Genshin's future patches are looking insanely stacked, especially after seeing the characters revealed in the livestream and knowing that massive reruns like Mavwika and Skirk, two of the most wanted units from Natlan, are coming alongside Escoffier, Citlali, and basically the entire Natlan roster. So it's time we actually sit down and analyze the best options, considering limited polls and the characters we already have. Before we talk about future characters, we first need to finalize who we're pulling in the next version. Columbina is a must-pull for almost everyone, and most of us will be getting one more unit, which will be between Zabai and Inefa for most people. And if you're still confused, we already made multiple videos covering different account situations, so do check those out. Now, looking at the general rewards, we can expect around 110 pulls from version 6.3 as the biggest event, thanks to Lantern Rite, and around 70 pulls in general. That means we're getting around 320 to 330 pulls from 6.3 to 6.6, which means on average, we can secure about 3 new characters. Before we go further, if you want to save even more, do check out Loot Bar, because they're offering massive discounts for the upcoming version, making it the cheapest way to top up. Use my link below for all the offers, and we'll also be hosting a 10 times Welkin giveaway for 10k subs. More info is in the description. Now, talking about priority, first let's discuss the next major new character we're getting, Varka, most likely in version 6.4 or 6.5. Talking about his kit and the different possibilities, he's expected to have immense synergy with old Mondstadt characters, and seeing his model and outfit with both a sword and a claymore, he's looking like a main DPS, or at least a unit doing a lot of damage. Early leaks suggest he'll be like Skirk, with 2 playstyles, one burst nuke style and another full on-field mode. As for teams, like we discussed in our last video, he's expected to work best with Durin, Venti, and Mona, so do have a look at that breakdown. Now here's the problem. He's coming alongside reruns like Mavwika and Skirk, and for players targeting them, this is going to be a very tough choice, because most of you will also be aiming for Citlali for Mavwika and Escoffier for Skirk as well. And as we said, most of you will only be getting about 3 units total, so picking the top 3 becomes really hard, because this still isn't all.
We'll also be getting nod-krai rerun units, and this is especially important for anyone trying to complete duos like Nefer plus Llama, or for players who are getting Columbina or Inefa and planning to pick up a lunar DPS. After that, we're expected to get 3 more new units, Nicole, the Snow Maiden, and Sandrone. Nicole should be another Hexen Zirkel unit, which makes that synergy even stronger, and Sandrone and the Snow Maiden look like they might form another duo. Now, about the leaks surrounding a superconduct team, for now it honestly sounds wild, but if it turns out to be true, expect a massive change to the reaction itself. They might completely overhaul it, similar to how Skirk and Escoffier brought Freeze back into the meta to make superconduct relevant again. And if that happens, a lot of things will change. Units like Farina, one of the few physical damage buffers, could become meta again, and DPS characters like Razor and Eula might finally be usable again with the Snow Maiden in a way that mirrors how Escoffier revived Freeze teams. So now that we understand how the banners and characters are shaping up, let's actually talk about priority. We're clearly looking at multiple duos here. Mavwika with Citlali, Skirk with Escoffier, nod-krai duos, Hexen Zirkel synergies, and potentially a superconduct duo. If you already own one character from any of these duos, I highly recommend completing them, because every unit mentioned here is extremely strong, and finishing a duo gives you a fully functional top-tier team. This also saves a lot of Primogems, since you're securing one complete team instead of half-building multiple ones. Now, if we had to rank priorities, I would put nod-krai teams at number 1, assuming you're already picking up Columbina. After that, Varka becomes the next major consideration, especially with the potential Durin or Nicole synergy, and then comes the choice between Mavwika melt teams or the potential superconduct setup. We still don't have concrete information on superconduct or how strong it will actually be, but given how Hoyo brought Freeze back into the spotlight, expectations are understandably high. This could mark the end of nod-krai and possibly the beginning of a new cryo-focused era. Your decision becomes much easier if you already own a core unit. For example, Durin is shaping up to be the backbone of Hexen Zirkel-style teams, with strong synergy with both Nicole and Varka. Early information even suggests Nicole could function like a stronger Bennett, though for now, treat that as speculation. So if you already own Durin, it may make more sense to skip Zebai, pull Varka in version 6.4, and then pick up either Nefer or Flynn's alongside Columbina. Alternatively, you can pull Zebai now, build a full nod-krai team immediately, and skip Varka altogether, especially if Varka ends up releasing right after Zebai.
Personally, I would prioritize completing either a full Hexen Circle team or a full nod-krai team. These are the newly formed team archetypes, and most endgame content going forward will be designed around them. I'm not saying Mavuika Melt or Skirk Freeze is weaker, they are absolutely not, but nod-krai teams and Hexen Circle teams benefit the most right now, especially for players who want to consistently clear endgame content. We are also getting Enefa's rerun in version 6.3, and it's not unrealistic to expect other reruns soon, like Flynn's and Nefer. All of these units are insanely strong, especially considering that Stygian Onslaught and future Abyss enemies will be balanced around newer characters. If you're a returning player or a newer player and all of this feels overwhelming, I highly recommend checking out our new player playlist. It will make things much easier to understand. Now, coming back to pool priorities. If you already have a solid nod-krai core, I would suggest shifting your focus toward completing a Hexen Circle team, aiming to get at least 2 units from that trio. The new artifact set is shaping up to be one of the strongest DPS sets we've ever seen, which also hints at how strong upcoming characters like Varka and Nicole could be. For reruns, if you already own one half of a powerful duo like Citlali or Mavuika, or Skirk and Escoffier, you should prioritize completing that duo first. No matter how tempting new units look, this is still a gacha game, and newer characters will always appear more appealing. Units like Mavuika or the Skirk and Escoffier duo will continue to serve your account extremely well. However, if you have none of those units, I would not recommend pulling both members of an older rerun duo. In that case, it's better to skip reruns and focus on newer units, since they generally perform better in current content. As for Sandrone and the superconduct situation, I wouldn't recommend planning around that yet. We still have very little reliable information, and there's always the possibility that Sandrone doesn't even become playable. So for now, it's best to wait and see. If you still have questions, make sure to join our Discord and ask for help there, and don't forget to participate in the giveaway. Till then.